Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I do want to speak about the comments that Lewandowski made about him not getting enough chances to score due to the fact that he believes not enough opportunities is being generated by the players. So this is going to be a very heated conversation that I hope a lot of people don't take it the wrong way. So everything is going to be formatted down below. Everything is going to be divided evenly on the timeline. If you guys do want to skip to a certain part, you guys can. So everything again is going to be organized down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are Barcelona fans, welcome to this channel. This is where we do talk about everything regarding FC Barcelona. So if you guys want to support this YouTube channel, please subscribe to the channel and also like this video. So let's get straight to it and let's talk about Lewandowski first. So he did have an interview, and in that interview, he was talking about life. He was talking about FC Barcelona. He was also talking about the current problems that the club was facing. So he said a lot of things, but I want to point out one statement that Lewandowski said, and I quote, "I don't think about what I already won or what I have already done. I still have that feeling, that passion inside me. I think I can still play football for 3 to 4 years because physically I feel very good." And I honestly do like what he said there. I like the fact that Lewandowski is saying that he has not lost his passion. But then he said this, and I quote, "I know that we are Barcelona and everyone expects us not to only win, but also to score a lot of goals. At the beginning of the season, everything was not perfect. And of course, if we do not create a lot of chances, it is difficult to score goals." Let me repeat that. And of course, if we do not create a lot of chances, it is difficult to score goals. So look, I want to get one thing very clear. When it comes to Lewandowski, in my opinion, I admire the player a lot. I think that he is one of the best strikers that has ever played the game. Right next to Benzema, right next to Ronaldo Nazario, right next to a lot of strikers. I think that his legacy is cemented for sure, and I hope, right, because I'm such a big fan of Lewandowski and his work, I hope that eventually he does come to our league in America, right, to join the MLS, because again, I'm a big fan of Lewandowski. But when I have to call out a statement on what a player says, I'm just gonna call it out no matter what. No matter who you are, I'm gonna do that. And I say that because I want to protect Barcelona and I want to make sure that everybody understands the current state of Barcelona. What Lewandowski is saying here is a false statement of where Barcelona is at today. So let me explain. Lewandowski this season has been just as frustrating, if not maybe even more, like the one of Luis Suarez back in 2020, meaning Lewandowski has been missing so many chances. He has been very slow in all of the plays, and when he does touch the ball, he loses the ball. As of now, he has 0 first touch ability. It's just horrible. So the fact that Lewandowski is out here saying we're not creating enough chances and it's difficult to score, to me that is self-embarrassment, because we all know the truth on where Barcelona currently stand today. For example, look at these stats. This is going to be a stat regarding expected goals of this season specifically, meaning that Barcelona have scored 28 goals in this season of La Liga, but they were expected to score 30.9 goals. When your actual goals that you scored in the league exceeds and is better than your expected goal rate, that means you have been doing very well. Like for example, look at Girona. Girona in La Liga have scored 34 goals, but they were only expected to score 28.3, so they have exceeded their expectations. Same thing with Real Madrid. They have scored 33 goals and they were only expected to score 27.9 goals. They have exceeded their expectations. Barcelona is the only team that have not exceeded their expectations. They are a team that does create a lot of chances, which is why their expected goal rate is very high compared to the other teams, but they fail to finish in those chances, which is why they have less goals than Girona, Real Madrid, and Athletic Club. Now let's move on. Let's go to big chances created. Barcelona is a team that does create a lot of chances, which is why we see them in the #1 position of expected goals. When it comes to big chances created in La Liga, they have a total of 42, 2 more than Girona, 3 more than Atletico Madrid, and 6 more than Real Madrid. They create a lot. Barcelona have been doing a phenomenal job with Gundogan, with Pedri, with Frankie, with Fermin Lopez, with Joao Felix, with Rafinha, with Lamine Yamal, with Cancelo, with Koundé. All of these players have been doing a phenomenal job in terms of creating chances and making a team like Barcelona a team that generates opportunities. Now you may say to me, right, like one of your statements is going to be, but Kevin, Lewandowski is talking about Barcelona being one of the best in the world when it comes to creating chances and creating opportunities for the striker. He's talking about for Barcelona to be as good as Arsenal, as Manchester City, as Bayern Munich. So I'm like, okay, fine. Maybe that could be a fair statement. And now let's look at where Barcelona ranks in terms of the Big 5 table and the expected goals. So we're combining all of the teams in the top 5 best leagues in the world and ranking them in terms of expected goals. I want to, I'm kind of like trying to over explain this because I want you guys to really follow me here. Look at where Barcelona stand on the table. When you combine all of the greatest teams in the top 5 leagues, Barcelona rank in 4th. The only 3 teams that are better than Barcelona Barcelona in terms of expected goals and how much you're expected to score based off the opportunities that you have generated is Liverpool, Stuttgart, and Bayern Munich. Those are the only three teams better than Barcelona at the moment. Barcelona is better than PSG, than Newcastle, than Chelsea, and better than Manchester City. Pep Guardiola's Manchester City. Better than Aston Villa, a team that has beaten Manchester City not too long ago. Better than Inter Milan, Girona, who's above Barcelona in La Liga. Better than Arsenal, Real Madrid, Leverkusen, and so forth. So Barcelona, in the eyes of top European football, they're one of the best in terms of generating opportunities. So now let's move on towards Lewandowski himself in this league and what he has been doing. His expected goal rate for himself, not Barcelona, but for himself, is #1 in La Liga. And that is mainly because he is constantly put in positions to score goals and to finish the chances. You can see here that he has a total of 7 goals, okay? 7 goals in La Liga. And he was expected by this point to score 9.2. He has not exceeded his expectations. If anything, he has under-delivered because he has again been placed in positions to score but has failed to do so. That is why his goals is lower than his expected goals in the league this season. Now let's move on towards the big chances missed. Who is the one player that has missed the most chances? And that is Lewandowski with a total of 10. He has missed 10 big chances this season alongside Morata and the other players right underneath him. He's #1 that has missed the most big chances. So what is this telling us? It's telling us that right now Barcelona is a team that does generate a lot of opportunities for their players, but there are players in this squad that does miss a lot, and that is Lewandowski. And so for Lewandowski to say we need to generate more chances, and that is the reason why we have been unable to score, and it is very difficult to also score goals, that is false information. You may say, right, that I'm being very negative or I'm trying to bash on my own players. No, I'm not trying to do that. Don't get confused. I'm literally not trying to do that. I'm the biggest defender of Barcelona, which is the reason why you may say, oh, Kevin is negative, right? Because I'm doing this to protect Barcelona. If I sided with Lewandowski, I would be hurting this club, and I put this club over anybody else. It could be Messi saying this. It could be Luis Suarez saying this. Neymar, David Villa, Puyol saying all of these things. It does not matter. I would put this club over anybody because I don't want the media to hear this and to read the headlines on articles that say Lewandowski said this, and then only for the social media people to think exactly that without having any real context on what's currently going on in Barcelona. And then they're going to be bashing Barcelona, but not Lewandowski. So there has to be much more self-criticism to Lewandowski himself. I really wish that he had that and more self-awareness. Yes, I understand that maybe he might have some certain way with Dembele leaving because he was the one player that generated the most assists. I understand that, but man, let me tell you, do you have other players like Joao Felix who we clearly see creating chances, Gundogan creating chances, Rafinha creating chances, and also with Pedri? And so that is going to be wrapping up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.